So the title of the talk is Liberating Hong Kong Public Data Using Web Scraping. And that's my real name, Guy Freeman, I assure you. So what is web scraping? What are we going to talk about today? Now, when you go to a website using your web browser, when you go to Facebook, for example, if that's your nature, what actually happens? Okay, how do you get this, these graphics and this layout in place? What actually happens is, to a first approximation, is that your computer is talking to another computer and downloading what is called HTML code, right? So it looks like just a bunch of text and numbers. So this is actually the HTML that was downloaded when I was making these slides. Okay, so it's very recursive, right? As I was making the slide, I download the HTML for this slide. Okay, and here it is. But this is what I can actually see on the screen. Okay, so use slides.com to make your slides. Okay, I'm not getting commission, but very good website for slides. So that's that. Okay, so good, we get that, right? A website actually just HTML. And it does CSS, JavaScript, but we won't think about that today. HTML code, great. Now, we're data scientists, right? Or wannabes. So we want data, right? Now, a lot of data is on the web, on websites, right? Now, what if we want to collect data from those websites, right? We could just look at a web page, copy and paste into Excel, right? One by one, okay? Now, of course, that's not ideal, right? First of all, it's very slow, and secondly, it's a bit haphazard, right? But what if there's a pattern, okay, to these, to where the data is on these web pages? Then you can actually collect the data automatically, right? Because it's just HTML, you get a computer to visit these web pages and look at the HTML and extract the data from the HTML instead, right? Because the HTML is the web page. There shouldn't be a difference between the two, right? Give or take JavaScript, but again, we won't talk about that today. So one benefit is that now the multifarious structure of web pages, right? Because a web page can take almost any form, right? Instead, you're boiling it down to just the data that you're interested in, okay, and the structure that you think that data has. So you get rid of all the rubbish, like the colors and the layout and everything like that. You've just got your pure data, and then you can data science the bleep out of it. Okay, okay, so on the liberating side, what I mean there? So Hong Kong is a little bit behind in making structured public data, open data, available, right? It's a little bit slow in that regard. Okay, so you do have data.gov.hk. I don't know if you know about this. So this is the government's attempt to release data. It's doing so slowly, and how do I put it? The more you particularly want a data set to be on there, the less likely it is to be on there, right? So, for example, one of the first data sets, I remember when it first launched and I had to look through, one of the earliest available data sets was XML of the YouTube, the XML of the YouTube video links of the Youth Commission, okay? So, very useful data there. But things like, which companies are registered in Hong Kong and when is not available on there, right? That sort of thing. Or a list of the buildings in Hong Kong. There is one now, but it's not very good. It's not an API, it's an Excel spreadsheet. Anyway, so we have, though, in Hong Kong, we do have a lot of data out there, right? We have web pages, and we have PDFs even, okay? In theory, you could scrape PDFs as well, why not? Not easy, but you could do it. So if we use web scraping, we can actually liberate this data from websites and PDFs, and instead put them into a nice form, CSV or something like this, where we can actually start to analyze it, and then use the data for whatever purpose we desire, right? For some civic purposes. All right, so what I'm going to do today is just to show you how potentially easy web scraping is. We're going to, in real time, I'm going to write a web scraper, okay, with you. You'll see how I do it. Okay, at first I was just going to write it all up, but let's just do it. Okay, it's not that hard. Shouldn't take longer than 20 minutes. And we'll have the data set at the end. So what's the data set we're going to do today? It's my favorite example. I think this was one of the first web scrapers I actually wrote a few years ago when I was learning how to do it. So I don't know if you all know, there's actually a list of Hong Kong's most wanted. Because everyone knows what most wanted means. It means the criminals that are most wanted by the authorities. Okay, they've done very naughty things, and they want to catch them. Okay, now, at least in the West, because of Hollywood, everyone knows about something called the FBI's 10 most wanted. Okay, so the 10 most wanted have people like Osama bin Laden on it, for example. He was really wanted. But, you know, screw Hollywood. We're in Hong Kong. We have our own ICAC's most wanted list. Okay, so let's scrape that and see, you know, who's on it, and then we can analyze it. Yeah, and maybe make an action movie. I don't know, or kung fu movie. Okay, so FBI list is on the left, Lane. Hong Kong one on the right. Awesome. Okay, so I think I should have a link to it. No, I'll do it in a second. Okay, so how are we gonna scrape this list? I'll just scrape these people. So I'll show you the web page in a second. So first of all, you know, we'll find the list of the most wanted criminals. Okay, so there's a list on the ICAC website, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get the scraper to click through into every picture, every criminal, and we will get their details on a web page that looks like this, and then we'll scrape this web page. Okay, so easy. List of people, go through each one, collect the details in a structured manner. All right. And I'll show you some tactics of how we're going to do that. So first of all, in case you don't know, your web browser, I know for sure Firefox and Chrome do, but I think all web browsers nowadays, you can actually inspect the HTML in real time. All right. So as you're looking at this web page, you can open up the HTML of the web page and see the structure of it. Okay. So for example, here, you know, I did inspect element. I'll show you in a second how I did that, and it shows you where on the web page it is, so you can see the structure of the web page. Because why do we want to do that? Well, remember, we want to scrape the HTML, right? So we want to know what is the mapping between the structure of the web page and the data that we want to extract. So we're going to use something called select a gadget that will give us the pattern. You can't see it here, but I'll show you in a second. The pattern of what we want to extract. The pattern of what we want to extract. It uses the tag names in the HTML, right? Okay. So yeah, so we're going to use something called Scrapy. Okay, it's a Python library. And we're just and what Scrapy does is, in a nutshell, is you create something called spiders that follow links and then extract the data using, like I said, the structure in the HTML. So you say, oh, I want the links, I want the pictures that are in this section of the website. Okay, so that's it. Okay, it's not that hard. You can all do it yourselves. You don't have to hire anyone else to do it. So I'm now going to demonstrate live how easy it is to write and execute a scraper using this library to extract the clean, structured information about that website. All right, so let's do it in real time. Here we go. All right, so first of all, let's go look at the website. Okay, this is even my computer. Okay, so who knows what will happen. All right, so if any of you don't know this webpage, you're missing out. It's a pile of fun. All right, so if you ever see these people, call the police. All right. In fact, I think one of you. No, he turned up. There's got a lot of them, yeah. So let's click on a random one. There's actually, I think, let's be diverse. There's a woman at the top. Yeah, here we go. All right, Grace, what have you been up to? Naughty lady. All right, so what we can extract here is, you see, there's going to be a common pattern to all the web pages. We're going to have the name, the alias, and what they are charged with. So she was charged with conspiracy, something, I don't know, it sounds terrible. All right, and then we've got lots of information about her. She's quite a young lady. Born in '86, Malaysian. She has, some of them tell you what skin color they have. Maybe they got rid of it. Shame. A lot of them were yellow, apparently. Very PC. All right, and then this is what's going on. All right, so let's extract that. So first of all, we're going to select the gadget. Okay, it's just a bookmark. It's not. I'm not installing anything. Okay, so this is brilliant. Okay, I'm not going to install anything, Dan. Don't worry. This is your computer. Yeah. All right. So we can extract this to. Oh, wait a second.
I think I have it.
You have it already?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got so much other stuff on here.
Yeah. Should be the one next to the colourful one.
Where is it?
Top bar. See where the D is on the top bar?
D.
Yeah, next to your address.
Oh, it's an extension.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I know it's called the extension.
Yeah.
Alright, which one is it then?
2 more over.
This one.
No.
This one.
No, further.
This one.
Further.
This
that
one.
one.
Oh yeah. Okay. See, not my computer. I'm telling you, I'm not cheating. All right. Cool. Great. I love this one. So let's get rid of this. All right. So we'll go back first. Oh no, this is the one. All right. So here's do select a gadget. So what this helps us do is it creates something called a selector. In other words, a mapping between the tags on the page and the information we want. So here we want, for example, we want the links, right, which are called A in HTML. So click select the gadget, and we say, okay, we want the link, right? But it's selected only this one, but we want all of them, right? So we give it another example. We say we want this one. Okay, great. But now it's too many links, right? At the moment it's just A, but we don't want these links, for example. So you see, it's very clever. Okay, so now it's worked out. That's what we want. We want all these links, but not the other ones. So this is our CSS selector here. All right, so let's set up a web page. Okay. Okay, so can everyone see the down here? Okay, so we've already installed Scrapy here. Okay, so if you want to install Scrapy yourself, I think you can do it now. It's go to scrapy.org, install it, and then just run the command, and you do a start project, and you create your project. I've already done that. Okay, so we go to HK Wanted, okay, and we'll have a very basic project already there. Now I've already started it, so first of all we want to create what I call items. So an item is a record. So for each data point, what is it that we're trying to capture? Okay, so I think I'm going to keep it a bit simple. Okay, so let's what's the record we want? So let's keep it simple. Let's say we want the name, the alias, the charges, the personal particulars, and the case brief. Okay, so that's how I said name. Okay, so if anyone wants to ask me questions afterwards, of course I'm happy to explain what I was doing. All right, because yeah, this looks a bit gobbledygook right now, but okay. So we do an alias. So that's another field in our item. Right. Okay, we want the charges. Alrighty. Okay. Good luck following along, but it's just to show you how easy it is. All right. Particulars, and this talk is available online, so you can follow it. Yeah. All right. All right. And last one, let's do the case brief. Yeah. So I'm just going to go through very fast just to show you how it's possible, and afterwards, after the talks, I will be available for questions about it. All right. So this is an HK Wanted item. Okay. All right. So so ignore this bit. This bit is just saying this is what we're going to collect. Now let's write the actual scraper. All right. So we need to open one more file. Okay. So under spiders, we should have a no, I can create a spider. All right. So we can tell it to create a spider for us. It's here, right? It says, let's see, Gen spider. Yeah, and I don't know the exact syntax, but it'll tell us. Okay, so you want a name and a domain. All right, so we'll just call it HK Wanted Spider, and we want to scrape from this domain. Great. So let's open it up. We're almost there, actually. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. All right, here we go. Great. So this is the basic structure of our spider. What we'll tell it to do is first we'll tell it what page to visit first. Okay, so that's going to be the list of the criminals, right? Then we'll tell it to extract the links for the criminals, and follow through on it. Okay, so start URL. Let's make that the list. So this is the list, right? start URLs. Oops. Ah. How do you actually paste this stupid system? There we go. All right. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pass this link, right? So what did we say? We wanted. We had to select a gadget, right? So let's remember what the structure was for the links, right? So we wanted the links, but not these links, right? So here we are. Okay, so we say this is the pattern, right? So links is, so response is the HTML we're getting back, right? And we want something called a CSS selector. So now we're choosing bits of the web page with certain tags. Okay. Okay. And we want the link from each one. So that's called href. And we extract. Okay, so that's all the links. No, why is it underlining? Is it not happy? Okay, let's see what happens. Right. Okay, so those are the links. Okay, those are the ones we want to go through. So anyone who knows programming, what we're going to do is just going to loop through each link, right? So for link in the links, we just want to go through each one, right? So yield, oops, a request, that means go check it out. Yeah. Okay. So response. So for annoying reasons, sometimes the link that it gives you is not the full URL. This makes it the full URL. Okay. Okay, and we want to tell you what to do. All right. So then this is saying, what do we want to do once we download the HTML of the criminal? So we pass wanted. All right. Oh. Part of the class. Okay. I think that should work. All right. Okay. So now we're going to write. I think I've done something wrong here, but I guess we'll find out. All right. So now we're going to do, okay, we're going to write our function for scraping the criminals. Okay. Okay. So first of all, we import our item. All right. Oops. Let me think from items. Import. No. I probably messed up somewhere. Yeah. All right. Is the HTML wanted capital I? All right. Okay. Why? Because we want our item, right? We can put the stuff in. Okay. So we initialize an item. Okay. Now we get the fun bit. We try and extract the thing from the criminals. All right. Excuse me. All right. So let's do that. So we'll go through. Okay. Let's choose our lady friend again. Okay. So we want the name first, right? Now, so what is the structure to the web page that contains the name? So let's choose select the gadget again. All right. And we're saying we want this one, but not this one. This one. So we got it, right? So that's our CSS for the name. We're just going to do the name first, make sure it works, and then we can do the rest. So, so item name. All right. So again, we want response.css, and we're going to put the. Well, I didn't copy. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Oops. How do I copy on this stupid machine? Jobs. There we go. All right. Okay, and we actually want the text from it. All right, and we extract it. Well, we know it's only going to be one, so we extract first. Okay. All right. I think someone's waiting outside if someone wants to let her in. No? Okay, there we go. Yeah, hi. Come in. All right. Yeah. Dan buy a license. Yeah, it's good software.
Huh.
Okay. Cool. All right. So I think I'm going to run it like this just to make sure it works. Yeah, I'm sure there's tons of bugs in here. So let's go to the terminal. Okay. Make sure I'm in the right. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to try and run our spider. Right. It's called HK wanted spider. So what should come back is a list of criminals and their names, which is not going to happen because there's always bugs in software. All right. So now I'm going to telling it go forth and multiply. Yeah. All right. Now what happened here? Ah, I know what happened. So you see here it went to each of the criminals' web pages. That's great. It successfully went to each link. Look how fast it did it. Can you imagine doing it yourself? Click, click, click. Okay. But I forgot to return the item. Great. So we'll tell it, all right, give me the criminal. All right, save again. Okay, and this time we're going to save it in a CSV. All right, icac.csv. Okay, so remember CSV is a comma separated value file, right? We can open in Excel. Okay, right, but yeah, okay, so you see here, we've now scraped 35 items, okay, so 35 criminals supposedly. Wow, I can't believe it, no bugs, amazing. So you see from each one, it actually told us what it's extracted from it, so the name, Qiu Xiaoming. This is our friend Grace, yeah? Taplok Seng, and so on. All right, so I'll just scrape, I think, one more thing from it, and then we'll call it a day. Just see how easy it was. And we can open this file in Excel, I think. Let me see. So I don't need to use this Mac. Let me see.
Finder.
Can I just open Excel directly? Where's the folder?
We don't have Excel.
Okay. Oh, so you won't be able to open anything in CSV? Doesn't matter. I can open it in Sublime.
You can use, yeah, you can use numbers.
That's right. Oops. Here it is. Yeah, okay. So obviously we haven't collected the other columns yet, but already got all the names. Okay, so let's just do one more column, and then we'll I think that'll be enough to convince you, I hope. Okay. Shall we do one more? Yeah. Let's do the case brief, yeah? Because this stuff is the juicy part. Okay. Oops. So we want case brief. Ah, done. Easy, yeah? Oops, I just got rid of it. So you see it's the only green bit. It's got the CSS down the bottom, dot details. Okay, so all right. So let's do that. Item. What bit of the item? I don't know what I called it now. Case brief. All right. Case. Oops. Brief. Same again. Okay, we just copy and we paste it in. Dot details. Okay, and we want the text again. And we extract. Cool. All right. The full scraper is available online. I can make it available for anyone who wants the final answer. All right, so let's remove our previous version. Okay. Scrape again. I think it worked. Yeah, sorry, we want this one. Alrighty. Here it is. Huh, okay, well it didn't open in numbers this time. But anyway, you see we got it, right? So we got, for each one we got the name and the details. Just like that. That took me what, 10 minutes? Okay. So do some web scraping yourself. Is there any data you're interested in it? You can do it, yeah, or hire me, up to you. Okay, thank you. Any questions? Any questions about this at all? Yeah, lady at the back.
How far back can you scrape? Can you go back to like 1970s and drag all the data?
If the data is online, you can scrape it. If it's not, you can't. Sorry.
And can you? And are there certain websites that like kind of not let you scrape? Like, can you scrape like Facebook?
That's a good question. Ah, see, Facebook. I knew it. Facebook addict. So, okay, that's an excellent question. So again, I'm going to make the fundamental golden law clear. If it is on your screen, you can scrape it, right, in theory. But there are a number of caveats, right, in practice. First of all, some websites are actively anti-scraping, okay, in many ways. So first of all, they'll see that if you are asking for too many web pages, they'll block you, right? Because a human being cannot click, 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 click. Yeah. And I'll talk about solutions later if you're interested for each of these problems. Secondly, they might make you log in, right? So on Facebook, to see the things that you want to see on Facebook, you have to log in, right? So again, if they can see that you're doing something weird, they can block you again, and you have to log in, right, to do that stuff. So if they cut you off, you can't access what you want anymore. Thirdly, a very important reason nowadays is that this was easy because it's all in the HTML, but a lot of modern websites use JavaScript to create the content dynamically. Okay, so if you go to Facebook and you get their HTML, you just look at, then actually you'll see that a lot of the stuff you see on the screen is not in HTML, it's in the JavaScript. JavaScript is a programming language as well, right? Turing complete language that calculates things on your own computer, although possibly connecting back to the Facebook servers. So Facebook's very hard to scrape, is their business, right? LinkedIn uses a whole battery of tests on their end to work out if you're scraping or not, if you're a computer or not. But again, golden law. If you can see it, you can scrape it, all right? And there are more sophisticated ways than this. For those situations, you can actually program a browser. There are what are called headless browsers that does all the stuff the browser does. It calculates the JavaScript and it, has a proper, doesn't look like a bot, but you don't see the result. The computer sees the result. Okay, so we can discuss that in more detail later if you want. Yeah, but it's a cat and mouse game.